Do you feel stuck by a circumstance or a situation or condition that you're facing right now and you're just not quite sure how to break free? I'm Mary Morrissey, author of 2 best-selling books, No Less Than Greatness and Building Your Field of Dreams, which became a PBS special. I'm the founder of Life Mastery Institute. After investing over 40 years studying the spiritual side of success, the invisible side of success, and the last 30-plus years teaching the art and science of transformation to individuals, groups, businesses, one of the most important questions I receive is, Mary, I've got this adversity. I'm facing a problem, a challenge, and it's keeping me stuck. How can I break free from it and go ahead and move forward towards this life I love living? Well, Napoleon Hill once said, every adversity, every failure, every heartache contains within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. So if you're feeling stuck by a circumstance, situation, or condition, here are 4 steps you can follow that will absolutely help you break free. I use these steps all the time. I've had many challenges and opportunities in my life. It's never the challenge that stops us. It's the thinking about the challenge that stops us. So here is a very simple, highly effective framework that works if you'll work it. All right, so for a moment, I'm going to give you 5 steps. The first step is this one. What challenge am I facing right now? You know, when I speak for large audiences, whether it's 50, 500, 5,000 people, I always say to them, how many of you in here have a challenge right now? And every hand will shoot up. And I'll say, well, I know every one of us has a challenge. You know how I know we have a challenge? Because we're breathing. The life that we're living is always smaller than the life that could be lived by us, the life that's seeking to be lived by means of us. And between us and the opportunity to live a larger life is this thing we call challenge. It's the gateway between the life we've had and the life we would love to have. So just pick one. Among all of them we might be facing today, pick one. Pick one that is the most challenging to you right now. What is that challenge? And when you use this 5-step program, you're going to want to write these down. It will help you a lot to get it out of yourself and get it out on paper. It gives you, number one, it gives you some distance. Number 2, it gives you a different perspective. It gives you the ability to have the challenge without the challenge having you. Writing it down is a major step. But what is that challenge? We write it down. Step number 2, what have I been thinking about this challenge? Now you do this step, again, you're writing down what thoughts you've been having about the challenge. And this is important that you don't judge yourself. You might have been having fear thoughts like, oh my gosh, when is this going to go away? I mean, what did I do to deserve this? I mean, how dare they do this to me? Or, you know, this just isn't fair, this is happening. Or is this going to, you know, how long is this going to last? Whatever these thoughts are, just notice the thoughts you've been having. Write them down. Write them down. So remember, step 1, what is the challenge? Step 2, what am I thinking about the challenge? Step 3, what am I feeling about this challenge? Now here it's important to distinguish the difference between feeling and thinking. Often we use the word feel when we actually mean think. We might say, I feel like you ought to get up and do something. Or, you know, I feel like this is unfair. Or I feel like this shouldn't have happened. If you can substitute the word think in the sentence, and that sentence still makes sense, it was never a feeling. It was always a thought. I think you ought to get up and do something. I think this is unfair. I think this shouldn't be happening. But you don't say, I think worried. I think anxious. I think scared. I think concerned. Those are real feelings. And if it's a challenge, you may be feeling all kinds of things. It's important that you let yourself know what you've been feeling. So as you write the challenge, you write what you've been thinking about the challenge, you write what you've been feeling about the challenge. No judgment here. It's not right to feel happy and wrong to feel scared. But we can't change the energy of the experience. We can't overcome a challenge unless we know how we're handling the challenge just as it is. What am I thinking about it? What am I feeling about it? Step 4, important question to ask next, but not until you've done this other work. Because until you've done the other work, you're going to skip right over the possibility to really take this challenge and let it become what it has the opportunity to be. And that is a lever for positive good in your life. Every challenge has within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. But like any seed, it has to be found and planted and nurtured and grown and then harvested. So here's your question on step 4. What possible gift could there be for me inside this challenge? What possible gift could there be inside this challenge? And here you stay curious, you stay open, you say, what possible gift could there be inside this challenge? Many years ago, my children's father came home from work one day and there'd been a massive layoff at his work. He'd been laid off. He came in, he looked, I said, what happened? He said, they laid off 100 people. I don't have a job. I immediately started to move into panic about, like, oh my gosh, you don't have a job, you don't have a job. And then I'd heard this lecture where the man said, the next time something really bad seems to happen, push your pause button on being reactive and getting all upset about it. Just pause and ask what possible good there could be, and get very curious for 3 days about what possible good there could be in that situation. Well, I was very tempted to just get reactive and upset, but my children's father and I sat down and we wrote down every possible good thing that there could be inside him losing his job. The first thing, I couldn't hardly even think of anything at first. He said, well, I drive an hour and a half to work. What if I didn't have to drive so far? What if I could actually make more money? Well, how are you going to make more money? Well, I don't know, but if I could make more money, that would be good. And we came up with 8 or 9 things that maybe could be good things that could come from this experience. Within 2 days, he had a better paying job closer to home, and all kinds of things happened that wouldn't have happened because the places he went to interview were not on the problem frequency. They were on the gift frequency. What possible gift could there be inside this challenge? You can keep asking that question. Ideas will start to come to you inside that question. And step 5, what can I do to bring this gift alive? And here you give yourself a prescription for some simple action steps that you can take to bring the gift alive. Now, everybody has challenges. It's not unusual that you would have a challenge. What's unusual is how you have challenges instead of challenges having you. You now have a 5-step framework so that you could have a challenge without that challenge having you. So if you've enjoyed this video, please share it. You know other people that have challenges. And for more proven secrets and actual step-by-step strategies on how to create a life that you truly love living, click on the link below, download a free copy of my new ebook, Stronger Than Circumstances, 3 proven methods for overcoming fear and limitation and procrastination so you can achieve your dreams.